A little something about Raymond. He's an investor in stocks and rentals. He wants no money from you, no bait and switch, nothing. Here's what he's going to do. He's going to log into his personal account, share real estate property documents, and give you suggestions on what to read.
All right, today is Monday, January 4th, 2021. And if you guys are looking at this video on YouTube, please subscribe and give a thumbs up. All right, so we're going to log into my Fidelity 401k. So let's get in here. And what we want to talk about are fees in your 401k. All right, so we're going to jump into my GE 401k. And I just want to tell everyone that if you have a Fidelity 401k, everything you see here is going to be the same for your company. You're just not going to see GE. You're going to see your company's name here. But everything I click on, you would click on to get the information. If you're looking at this video and you're not with Fidelity, all this information is there. I just can't tell you what to click on because I don't have my 401ks where you have your 401ks. But all this knowledge will apply to wherever you have your 401k. So we want to click on investments. And once we click on investments, we're going to scroll down to all our investment choices. And we want to click on fees because that's what we're talking about today. And the name of the fee is gross expense ratio. And each fund has a fee associated with it. So we see some of the fees at 0. We see some of the fees at 0.01, 0.17. There's a 0.88. They're kind of all around. The most important thing to remember about fees: the lower the value, the less money you pay in fees. So for example, this says 0%. There's no fee with this particular fund. This is a GE stock fund. So if you want to invest in GE stock, they're not going to charge you anything. However, if you want to invest in non-US equity index, and I'm invested in that because you see the check mark. So I'm here, here, and here. Let's click on it, and we'll get some more information about that fee. So this is something you want to do to all the funds. You want to just click on them, read them, check out the fee, and see what the fee means. So if you have a fee of 0.03%, it's telling you for every $1,000 you decide to invest in this fund, you're going to pay a fee of 30 cents per 1,000. So if you had $3,000 in this fund, they're going to subtract 90 cents from your money in this fund to go toward fees. So that's just something to remember. Let's look at one with a higher fee. So this is the highest fee. It says 0.88. This is a lot higher than the one we looked at. So we're going to check this one out. And the cool thing about Fidelity, they normally put all the information in the same spot for all the funds. So here we are. Fee 0.88. You're going to pay $8.80 for every $1,000 you decide to invest in this fund. This is the fee. This is a lot higher than what we saw in the other fund. This was 30 cents. This is $8.80. Your takeaway from this video should be, before you invest, you want to consider the fees that are associated with it, because you don't want to be a long-term investor and you're paying a lot in fees. So right now, even with this high one, you might say, well, I throw $1,000 in, they're just going to charge me $8.80 out of 1,000. Well, that's nothing. Look at it like this. Let's say you have $100,000, $200,000. You're paying a whole bunch of money with this 0.88. if you're at 0.03, you're saving a lot of money over the life of your investment. You got to remember, this is a 401k. You're not going to get this money for 30 years. So for 30 years, if you're really aggressive in saving, you're going to get your account really nice looking. And these are going to be some big numbers. So remember, the lower the number, the better. But you don't strictly go on expense ratio. You still got to look at the fund and decide if you want to invest in it. So let's look at this one. This says 0 expense ratio. So no charge. You're going to click on GE. And we're going to see what's up with GE. I don't care if it's 0. Look at the returns. Year to date, over 2.5, negative. All you see is red. 1 year. 3 years, negative 12. 10 years, negative 2.12. Look at the 5-year mark, negative 16. So I don't care that it's 0. I don't want to invest in this. So it's a combination of things that you look at to decide if you want to invest in a particular fund. Let's compare two funds. So we're going to compare two funds that are similar, but they have different gross expense ratios. So we're going to look at this one, and it says, don't worry about this SSGA. That's just, I don't even know why they put stuff like that. But this is a small cap fund. We want to compare this one to this one, U.S. small cap fund. So let's click on this one first. And this one has the highest expense ratio out of this entire column, 0.88. So just one more time, we're going to look at it. So again, $8.80 for every 1,000. Here are my return numbers. Pretty good. Year to date, 15.17. It has 411 holdings. It says small blend fund, showing you the top 10 holdings. Now let's look at the other one. So this is another small cap. We're doing a comparison right now. This has a higher year-to-date, 19.85. Look at it. It's the same type of fund, small blend. Expense ratio, 10 cents for every $1,000. Here are some of the companies you might recognize. I have this stock. I have this stock. There are over 2,000 holdings in this particular fund. So that means there's over 2,000 different companies that this fund is invested in. So your takeaway should be, I got to do more than just look at the expense ratio. I also have to look within each fund, and then that would help me decide if I see two similar funds and the profit is pretty good. I think this was 15 or 16%, and this one was close to 20%. I'm like, okay, these are good. And as I dump a lot of money in them, I want the smaller expense ratio. I'm only paying 10 cents. So that kind of helps you decide how to pick good funds to invest in. So again, pay attention to the names, and you click on them, and you might see a couple that says the same type of fund. So step number 1, look at the fees, which is easy to do. After you look at the fees, look at the investments. Know what type of investor you are. Are you conservative? Are you balanced? Are you aggressive? You're going to tie all that stuff in together, and then you're going to start picking what you want to invest in. All right, I hope this was helpful for everybody. Always remember, I make my money in stocks and rentals. There is no need for me to ever charge you. I will holler at everybody later. Stocksandrentals.com. Peace.